Hi, happy you're here. Get comfy and let's get started. Sit at My Grave, Season 2, Chapter 3. Cars whizzed by as Gellin cruised down the street, the golden hue of evening sun still peeking through scattered clouds, but night was quickly approaching. After all that had happened, here they were, side by side again. There was a lot Gellin wanted to catch up on, but more than anything, he had a question to ask, not feeling as though he'd been getting proper answers. So, Ardyn, how have you been? How's the family? Gellin questioned, glancing from the road to him. It's been, Ardyn deflected, getting his hands busy. I don't know, Gellin said, his tone holding a bit of sadness. Regardless of what happened, you know I'm still your friend. You can talk to me, Gellin told him. This trip wasn't about picking at fresh wounds, but Gellin couldn't help but feel like he was being pushed away those last few months, and he definitely didn't want Ardyn to feel even more alone. Yeah, I know. You've just been busy. Ardyn waved it off. Where are we headed? He asked, trying to move on. Oh, there's a fair still open. I was thinking we'd check it out, Gellin said excitedly. I've gone a few times with my family. It's been a blast. I want to invite you and your mom, too, Gellin explained further. Did Genevieve like it? Ardyn questioned, watching Gellin's face glow as he talked about their time there. She loved it. She begged me to take her again and again. She's convinced that she'll hit a growth spurt and be tall enough for some of those rides if she just keeps going every day, Gellin told him, laughing with a little roll of his eyes. She is getting bigger, Ardyn mentioned, putting his hands behind his head. Yeah. I hope I don't miss too much at college, Gellin said with a bittersweet tone. Ardyn's relaxed expression suddenly shifted. Oh yeah. When are you leaving? He questioned, staring at him now, still keeping his tone nonchalant. Gellin turned a corner, the lights from the fair getting more visible as they neared it. Real soon. I got accepted a while ago. Some of the teachers gave letters of recommendation for me. I had a lot of places to choose from, actually, Gellin told him, grinning. He glanced at Ardyn, who grimaced briefly, before quickly trying to remove it. Where did you choose? Ardyn asked, as they were finally pulling into the parking lot. It's a good school, kinda close, Gellin told him. Ardyn inwardly sighed a breath of relief he wasn't aware he was holding. It's like a 12-hour drive from where we live, not accounting for traffic and stuff, so me and my folks were trying to decide what would be the best way to get around. Of course, the subway's also an option, Gellin explained, getting out of the car with Ardyn. Well, congratulations for getting in. You've worked hard, Ardyn muttered, shoving his hands in his pockets. Truthfully, he had other things he wanted to say, but stopped himself. Why did he have to pick somewhere so far? Would they even see each other anymore? There were so many changes so fast, Ardyn could hardly keep up. No use making Gellin feel guilty about it, though, Ardyn figured. What do you want to try first? Gellin asked, looking around the place. He and Ardyn had walked their way to the entrance of the fair. Their ears immediately picked up on the chatting, screams, and laughters around. Chipper music played from different directions as rides and games were going, and the slightly chilled air blowing by carried the delicious scent of corn dogs, popcorn, and soft pretzels. Let's do the Ferris wheel, Ardyn suggested. The Ferris wheel? Maybe I'll just watch you go up? Gellin chuckled nervously as they began walking around the place. What? Why? Ardyn questioned. It's pretty high. Don't tell anyone, but I'm glad Jenny's not tall enough to ride it yet. Then I don't look like a chicken for not going. Gellin laughed. Ardyn smirked. Well, now you look like a chicken in front of me. Ardyn challenged, leaning over to nudge Gellin a little. Gellin chuckled, rubbing his arm. Oh, really? Somehow I don't care as much, Gellin joked back, making Ardyn snicker. Well, do you want to try the shooting game? Ardyn questioned, pointing towards it. Sure, are you a good shot? Gellin asked, grabbing his wallet out as they approached the stand. Guess we'll see, Ardyn said, reaching into his pocket. He frowned, seeing the amount of money he had. He didn't consider himself a big spender, but he did have a collection of books he bought, along with outfits he brought for himself. Besides that, he remembered times he just wanted to eat out. He always had a little walking around money before, with Easton sending him allowance, but now... Hey, is something wrong? Gellin asked, gearing up with his fake gun. No, just waiting to watch you miss, Ardyn egged him on. Oh, I see, Gellin smirked. The targets were lined up, and Gellin tried to get focused, shooting out the little plastic balls. Ooh, so close. You gotta get 3 bullseyes for the top prize. You can pick something from the middle shelf, the stand operator said. Hey, that's better than nothing. Thanks. Gellin laughed, moved over to pick out a small plush unicorn. Ardyn scoffed with a chuckle. What? Gallon questioned. A unicorn? Really? Ardyn asked. This isn't even for me. I'm giving it to Jenny. Gallon defended himself. Ardyn rolled his eyes, smirking. Well, Mr. Hotshot, are you gonna try? Gallon asked. No. Let's go on some rides, Ardyn suggested. Okay, we better hurry too. We still want to grab dinner, right? Gallon asked, walking beside Ardyn as he stuffed the unicorn toy in his pocket. Yeah, for sure, man, Ardyn answered. This was the first time in a while he'd been out just trying to relax and enjoy himself. It was good. It helped his heavy heart feel lighter for a while. He tried not to think about everything else going on and just enjoy his time with Gallon. But it still crossed his mind again, thinking of how Reed's friends were holding up. The last he'd actually seen them was at his funeral. Since then, they'd sent over flowers to Renly with condolence cards, and he assumed they called her to check on her too, knowing how important she was to Reed. Ardyn figured it was his responsibility to check in on them too, right? He was the cause of all these painful changes in their lives, and wouldn't that be what his brother wanted? Ardyn, we gotta try those big pretzels. They smell so good. Look at all the dip they have for them. Gallon's sudden outburst got Ardyn out of his thoughts. He felt Gallon grab his arm as he brought him over. They do look good, Ardyn began saying, when another memory went through his head. Reed had taken him to one of these fairs years ago. It was hazy, but he remembered it might have been his birthday. Really promised a dinner and cake, but mentioned they'd be busy most of the day. Ardyn remembered being disappointed, but Reed ended up taking him there. They had to take a few trains to get there, but when they made it, they played all day. They couldn't get on every ride, but Reed made it so fun for them. Thinking of dumb challenges of how to get through the place. At the end, he remembered buying one of those big pretzels. Reed loved those. He told Ardyn he could have as much as he could tear, and they ripped it apart like a wishbone, sharing it together. Now that Ardyn was older and knew about his family's past, he assumed Renly and Easton must have been fighting a lot that day. That was probably the reason Reed took him out, so he wouldn't have to hear it and could actually enjoy his birthday. Do you want cheese or garlic butter dip? Gallon asked, holding out 2 pretzels in their neat little serving dishes. I'll have it plain, Ardyn muttered, taking one. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna try the butter, Gallon announced, grabbing one of the mini tubs. He dipped it in and took a big bite, grinning. Wow, this is fantastic. That's the perfect chew. The garlic butter really brings out the flavor, Gallon said as they began walking on ahead after Gallon paid for the food. What about the turbulencer? It's not too high, Gallon suggested, pointing at the ride. Bright lights flashed around as it moved at high speed, rotating around and tilting from side to side. Screams erupting from his riders. Not too high, Ardyn scoffed, glancing at Gallon, looked away, feigning innocence. Aren't you the one afraid of heights? Why are you saying it to me? Ardyn questioned, arching an eyebrow. Oh look, let's hurry and get in line. Gallon shifted the conversation, running over to claim their spots. Ardyn rolled his eyes at him and slinked over next to him. One hand in his pocket while the other loosely held the pretzel he'd only nibbled on. No food or drinks on the ride, Ardyn and Gallon heard the worker tell them plainly. Oops, sorry sir. Well, I'm almost done anyhow, Gallon chuckled, finishing up his food. The worker shined his light on Ardyn. You, punk boy. No food or drinks, he announced again. Ardyn grimaced. Whatever, he muttered, wrapping it up in a napkin, trying to put it in his pocket. I said no food or drinks on the ride. Are you deaf? The man asked again, this time pointing the light right in Ardyn's eyes. A few people in line stopped talking to listen, while others began chuckling a little. Ardyn could feel the warmth of irritation wash over him as he stared at the guy, while Gallon began getting nervous. From the looks of it, neither guy seemed ready to back down.